Hey traders, welcome back to another episode of iTradez. If you're still confused about what an order block really is, trust me, you're not the only one. A lot of traders think it's just another supply or demand zone, but the truth is, an order block is much more than that. It's where the big players, the institutions, the banks, the hedge funds, place their orders. These zones are the footprints of smart money, and once you learn to read them, your trading will never be the same. Today, I'm going to explain order blocks in the simplest way possible. No fancy language, no complex indicators, just pure price action and logic that even a beginner can understand. So sit back, relax, and let's dive deep into what order blocks really are and how to trade them like a pro. First, what exactly is an order block? An order block is the last bullish or bearish candle before a strong move in the opposite direction. That's it. Sounds simple, right? But it's powerful. Let me explain why. Imagine the price is going up slowly, and then suddenly you see a big sharp move down. That means someone with serious money just sold a large position. Now, if we look back right before that drop, we'll usually find a bullish candle. That bullish candle is the area where institutions were entering their sell orders in chunks before dropping the market. That candle is the bearish order block. Now flip it. Let's say price is falling and suddenly it explodes upward. That means someone just bought big. So we look for the last bearish candle before the price went up. That bearish candle is where the buying happened. That's a bullish order block. So why do order blocks work? The reason is because institutions don't place their full position in one go. Their orders are too big. If they did, the market would spike hard and everyone would notice. So they break their orders into parts and place them over time in the same zone. This zone becomes the order block. When price returns to this zone later, the rest of their orders are waiting there to be filled. That's why we often see price bounce or reverse from the same area. The big money is still active there. So if you learn to spot these areas, you're basically learning where smart money lives. Now let's talk about how to actually find an order block on your chart. Step 1. Look for a strong, clean move. Not just any small move, a real, powerful push in one direction. If the market moved up with big candles and broke through previous highs, or moved down breaking through lows, that's a sign that something big happened. Possibly smart money entering. Step 2. Now go back and find the last candle in the opposite direction before that strong move. If price moved up, find the last red candle. If price moved down, find the last green candle. That's your potential order block. Step 3. Mark that candle from its high to its low. This creates your order block zone. Step 4. Wait for price to return to that zone in the future. If price comes back, shows a reaction, like slowing down, rejecting the zone, creating reversal candles, that confirms the order block is valid. But not every order block is strong. You need to filter them. Here's how to find high-quality order blocks. First, look for order blocks that come right before a powerful breakout. That means big money was behind that move. Second, that breakout should break a key structure. For example, if price breaks above a recent high or breaks below a recent low, that confirms smart money changed the direction. Third, if there's an imbalance or gap between candles near the order block, that adds extra strength. Imbalances show that price moved too fast, and price often returns to fill that gap. Fourth, look at the time frame. Higher time frames like 1 hour, 4 hour, or daily charts produce stronger and more reliable order blocks. Now, how do you trade using order blocks? Let's go step by step. Step 1. Mark your order block zone on the chart using the method we just talked about. Step 2. Wait for price to return to that zone. This might take hours or even days. Be patient. You're waiting for smart money to react. Step 3. Once price touches the order block, do not enter immediately. Wait for confirmation. You can look for things like rejection candles, long wicks, or a shift in direction. If you want to go deeper, drop to a lower time frame and look for a break in the smaller structure that shows prices reversing. Step 4. Place your stop loss just beyond the order block zone. Some traders use the high or low of the entire candle. Others use the 50% level of the candle to get a better risk to reward. Step 5. Set your target based on the next key level. You can use previous highs, previous lows, fair value gaps, or key support and resistance zones. Let's look at an example. If price is falling and you see a strong bullish move up, go back and mark the last red candle before the push. Wait for price to return to that zone. If price comes back, rejects the zone, and forms a bullish candle, you can enter a buy trade. Now for a bearish example. If price is going up and suddenly you see a big drop, go back and find the last green candle before that drop. That's your bearish order block. Mark it. Wait for price to return. If it comes back and shows rejection, that's your chance to enter a sell. These order block trades can be used on any time frame: 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, or even daily. But the higher the time frame, the more reliable the reaction. Now let's talk about common mistakes traders make with order blocks. First, don't chase price. If the market has already moved away from the order block and you missed it, let it go. Don't enter late. Second, don't mark every opposite candle as an order block. Be selective. Only choose the ones that come before powerful breakouts. Third, always wait for confirmation. Don't just enter blindly when price returns to the zone. Fourth, don't ignore structure. If the price hasn't broken a key high or low after the order block, then it's not a strong signal. One more advanced concept I want to share with you is mitigation. Sometimes when price returns to an order block, it's not to start a new trend. It's just smart money coming back to manage their original position, maybe to reduce losses or close a part of their trade. This is called mitigation. These mitigations still cause strong reactions and can still give us good trades. So remember this: order blocks are not magic. They are zones where big traders place their orders. If you understand the logic behind them and learn to read price structure properly, these zones can give you high probability trades. Don't just draw boxes randomly. Read the story behind the candles. Why did the price move? Where did it come from? Where is it going? Think like smart money, not like retail. That's it for today's video. If this helped you understand order blocks in a clear way, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments what topic you want me to break down next. Maybe fair value gaps, liquidity, break of structure, or change of character. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode of iTradez.